Welcome back to Immortal Empires. Today we're going to be playing some more Boris and going over to good old Boris here. I think we're going to start off the episode by attacking the Black Rock. If we go ahead and take a look at their army, they do have a half stack as well as a small force inside the settlement, but I think this should be a somewhat easy battle here. So let's go ahead and march Boris onwards. Of course, we do have our new Oath Brothers of Tour as well, so we get to see them in battle. Now, if we auto-resolve this, it would actually be a close victory. I might be inclined to auto-resolve this, just because I know we've got some stuff going on with Katerin, and it'll let us get a bit more stuff done today. We don't lose anyone, so there's no downside to this either. So in fact, let's go ahead and auto-resolve this. Of course, we have manually fought quite a few battles so far anyway in the campaign. So we got 4,100 XP, 3,400 gold, and 42 devotion. That's looking nice. I don't think there's any point sacking this settlement. It's only 700 gold. So let's just go ahead and straight up occupy it. And there we go. Legion of Chaos have been obliterated. So no more Daniel in Immortal Empires. We also gain a veteran warrior, +2 recruitment rank for infantry units in the Lord's army. And another glittering scales. That gives us +4 armor, +5 melee defense, and a passive ability that reduces melee attack for all enemies in range. I actually really like the glittering scales for that passive. Maybe we could get a few more, and then that's what we give our patriarchs. We'll have to see. And then Boris also gaining sapper, so +3 leadership when laying siege or encircling for his army. And we did manage to kill the enemy there. There we go. We also gained a level up for Boris and the Frost Maidens. So let's go ahead and invest those. I think for Boris, do we want this one? Character or a leadership effect could be nice. Enemy leadership in the local region could also be nice as well. Leadership aura size. This is for Targard units. I could go... Why can't we get this one? We need to get all of these. Do we want an elemental bear eventually? Maybe 1 or 2 in the army, just because it is a bit thematic. We'll have to see. But I think I'm going to get this leadership for Targards, because we do have 2 Targard units in the army right now, so it's somewhat useful. And if we go over to our Frost Maiden, we could give her missile resistance. I don't think it's really necessary. Miscast based chance. In fact, I think I might go ahead and give her this missile resistance. She is on a wall bear. So she's probably attracting a bit of attention there. But that's all looking good. This army can replenish. With Boris, I think we're going to continue marching west. We have some Norskans to deal with here. I forget who is here. Although, isn't this where Malice starts as well? So there's going to be some more demon factions there. And then over here is Valkyria. So we've almost pushed all across the top of the map here. So that would be nice. Before we go to our other armies, I just want to check something here. We still can't support the Ice Court. Not quite sure why this is, but it is what it is. We do have supply lines as well. Right, so going down to Katerin, we have a little bit of a dilemma here, because this is 2 4 stacks of Skaven, pretty much. There's some Rattling Gunners in here, Warp Lightning Cannons. All of these units we don't really care about. I think we can deal with all of these. What's in the second army? Who's leading this army? Frot. So Frot might be a little bit troubling to deal with. Again here, it's mostly Skaven slaves with just a few good units. Of course, a lot of Rat Ogres in this army, which might be a little bit scary to deal with. If we look at Katerin's army, Strotsies are good units. We also have Targards, they're good units. Armoured Kossars are good units. I haven't tried the War Sledge yet, but I imagine they'll be pretty good in this battle. If we look at the garrison for Kislev as well, plenty of armoured Kossars. I think we're going to stand inside Kislev, and we're going to defend Kislev here. I don't think there's any reason to give up Kislev. This is definitely defendable. We could also get some artillery. That takes 2 turns. We could get some more War Sleds. We don't have any Ice Guard here yet. I wonder, our income isn't too good either. Should we get some more Strotzy units? Or should we get some more just regular Kossars maybe? Just so we can shoot over our front lines. I think some regular Kossars would be useful. So let's go ahead and do something like this. And we're just going to have to be patient there. We also have some armies up here. Gotrek is making his way to the Riving Fortress, so let's continue his journey there. I just realised he's going to be in forced march, isn't he? I don't think we can take him out of that because we already moved here. So no recruitment for Gotrek this turn. And then as for Nestor, we were taking him up to the monolith of Festalang. So let's continue his journey. And then what we're going to do here as well is let's go ahead and get some more regular Kossar units for his army. That should be fine. Can we recruit any heroes? We have 3 out of 2 Patriarchs and 3 out of 2 Frost Maidens. Okay, so nothing we can get there. And I think Theodore is still recovering from his wounds. So we're going to have to be patient on that one. He might be back next turn, actually. And then as for Kazahyla, Kazahyla was coming towards Katarin. So let's keep bringing her this way as well. We've got a lot of fighting to do down here. We do have gold, though. Speaking of which, let's go ahead and build the building here. We were going to build some iron, because that gives us upkeep reducement, which is really strong. We need that right now. Recruitment cost for armoured Kossars and Tar Guards as well. Not too shabby. So let's go ahead and build that. And then in Kislev here, we destroyed something. I don't know what it was. But in Kislev, I want to go ahead and build some defence. What's the difference here between these two buildings? So this provides garrison. Does Kislev already have walls? It does. So at tier 5, this gives a garrison of 3 armoured Kossars, another armoured Kossar, a Tar Guard, a Strozzi, and a Griffin Legion. And this just gives us defensive supplies, improved tower projectiles. Okay, so we want this if we want more of a garrison. We probably also want this eventually as well, though. But for now, let's go ahead and build the Watch Patrol. It should just help us a tad. And do I want this building? I do, because we don't have any other settlements in this province, do we? Let's see, we'll have to optimize this Kislev later on. So that's all looking fine there. Can we build in Prague? Not really right now. Let's go over to Bloodfire Falls. Maybe we can build here. Nothing right now either. The Riving Fortress could be upgraded to tier 3. Should we do that? Because we don't own the province. Let's go ahead and upgrade these ones first. So we could go ahead and get the Portal Secrets up to tier 3. I will go ahead and do that. And if we go over to the Forest of Decay, we're waiting for tier 3 there. And the Black Rock as well does have a farmstead. We do have 22,000 gold, so I will actually go ahead and upgrade the Raven Fortress to tier 3 as well. There we go, that's all looking good. We can build all this, I'm not going to bother. One thing that we could do, in fact we can't do, I was going to say build an outpost in Kislev, but we confederated them. That's fine. Let's check out diplomacy.
The Empire.
How much would Midland want for a trade agreement? Oh, that's not worth it. It's going to take 16 turns to pay off. Nothing else here either. So let's go ahead to turn 51. Wayward Royalty. During routine patrols, our lancers discovered a young Imperial Duchess lying half dead on the Oblast. It seems she had been trekking to Kislev for months, determined to prove her fortitude to her doubting family. She travelled impressively far, but the elements finally grew too cruel. So we could get 2,000 gold here, or we could gain plus 50 allegiance. I think we're going to take the gold. We're currently at minus 800 income per turn. So extra gold here would be extremely beneficial, and we actually need to attend to this sooner rather than later. Now, we do have a time of Daz pop up for our Atamans. It is the time of Daz where the Ataman must think of home in reverence to the god of fire and sun. However, the desire to wander far from the hearth must also be considered. Should the Ataman shrug off his ceremonial role and risk resentment in his own community? So this is for Antel here. We could give him construction time, or give him foe seeker. I think I'm going to go ahead and give him construction time here. And that should be fine. There we go. He does gain that perk there. Right. Let's go over to Boris. Boris is... And there's an army up here. It's not a 4-stack yet. We are at war with these guys. And the garrison's not too big. We can reach it this turn as well. So let's go ahead and march Boris up to the Blighted Grove. We can make some progression this way. It's going to be a decisive victory, of course. There's not even a garrison there. Okay. I will auto-resolve that. 600 XP, 800 gold, and 5 devotion. we will go ahead
It
and
is
occupy.
Kislev now.
So I think that means the settlement wasn't even at tier 1 then, which is probably how Slanesh took our settlement in an earlier episode.
High
Boris, as
priest
usual,
of
is moving this
Ursus.
turn. Going to get some replenishment. I think we're going to go down to the Cliff of Beasts and then to the Twisted Towers. And that should give us a nice launch into these lands as well. I just hope no armies sail across the sea. Because we are very exposed. We can't defend all of this coast, of course. Let's go over. Now, a problem I'm having here is I should probably combine these two armies.
Troll Slayer. Bow to me.
I feel like I should. So I'm going to force march Nestor here, up here, towards the Writhing Fortress. We're not going to be attacked from the Norskins just yet, so we have time. I think we should solidify as one army, deal with these guys. It's going to open us up to even more enemies, I think. But that's the way it's looking to pan out. Now, Frot didn't attack. It doesn't look like he's within his circle. However, I can almost guarantee that they will be reinforcing. Is there any way to actually check if they have reinforcements or not? I don't think there is, right? It says they're raiding. The thing is, I could probably take Frot's army. However, yeah, they're going to have reinforcements. We do get a Pyrrhic victory still somehow. If we auto-resolve, we lose absolutely everyone except for 3 Streltsies. However, I don't feel confident fighting such a force by myself either. That is a very huge force, isn't it? Maybe Lightning Strike is something we could consider for Katerin. I mean, we could fight this out manually, but I think I would lose. Because I know my skill level. Do we still try it, maybe? The Plague Claw catapults are going to be troublesome. I don't think I'm going to risk it. I think let's play safe. In fact, we could even play sneaky. I might move Katerin here. Could we go into ambush stance? We are hidden. So we go into ambush stance here with Katerin. Maybe Frot will come in here and we can catch him off guard. It's only 45% chance. But let's see. Maybe we get lucky there. Although we also risk them both moving in and attacking us, and then we're in trouble anyway. We'll see. Let's try something sneaky there. If it doesn't work, then it doesn't work. We're still building the iron here. In Kislev, let's go ahead and upgrade the garrison. It's only 1,000 gold. That should be fine. Do we have anything we can upgrade up here? I don't think so, right? We could upgrade this to tier 3 finally. So let's go ahead and do that. Should give us a bit of extra income. The Crystal Spires, yeah, nothing going on here. We could upgrade the Blighted Clove to tier 1, so let's go ahead and do that. I think we're going to build some income up here as well. Let's see, we also have Kazahyla.
I control the frost.
I think she can embed into Katerin's army this turn. Let's go ahead and see if she's within range. I think she is. Yep, there we go. So we've got a Frost Maiden in that army as well. That should help with auto-resolve if we want to rely on that too. Yeah, we still can't support the Ice Court. We still have Ursun for 3 turns as well. Let's go ahead and check for diplomacy.
Yes.
We could get a non-aggression pact with Stirland. I'm going to do that. In fact, we could get trade agreement as well. There we go. So that's going to help our income just a tad.
What?
How much do Midland want for this? 1,200.
So, all right.
We have the gold to do something like that, but it feels it's just going to take too many turns to pay off. So let's go ahead to turn 52.
Say the word, and the pulks shall be mobilized.
Cole of Franz wants military access for 3,000. I wonder, can we squeeze a little bit more out of him? 3,200. And we could get a defensive alliance for 3,300. Let's do it. I like the sound of that. There we go. And our ambush was foiled with Katarine. I did think so, as they did look a bit weird moving around here. And Leonid is ready for duty again. And we do have Streltsy Arsenal unlocked now. Plus 10% ammunition for Streltsy units. And armor-piercing missile damage. Plus 10% for the same. Which is nice. We're about to have a rebellion in Ostland. Oh yeah, we own Wolfenburg. I completely forgot about this settlement. Okay, we're going to have to deal with that as well. Although we don't have an army anywhere near this to deal with this. Not sure what to do there. Right, let's go ahead and look at technology. Let's see. Leadership and melee defense for Targard could be useful. I actually want to make a bit more use of Targards as well. A chance of plague spreading. Armor plus 10 for Kislev melee cavalry. Could be useful. Let's go ahead and research that, just because when we do get Warbear Riders, I will be interested. Trophim here has an upgrade, so let's go ahead and level him up. We're going to give him Ursun's Roar. That should be nice. Now, these guys are still within range. It's weird, because he's clearly stood outside of his circle. So why do they reinforce one another? Unless that's not how it works. Does their circles just have to cross? I don't know. I don't know why it's a thing or why it happens that way. We could see what the auto-resolve gives us here. Another Pyrrhic victory. Yeah, nothing's changed here really, has it? What I might do is maybe we just sit inside the settlement here and wait for them to attack. Because they're not within range of our garrison either. In fact, if we hover over here, it does actually give a little line to show who's reinforcing. So that's useful. However, he's not stood within inside his circle, so I'm not happy with that. Right. Boris, let's take you down towards the Cliff of Beasts here. There's no army, so this should be a relatively easy capture next turn. Boris is making good ground. No one's going to slow him down. And then with Nestor... we can almost reach Gotrek. Let's go over here. In fact, what I might do, if we take Gotrek off force march, I'm going to move him out. And we're going to put all of these guys into one army. Probably into this army. That takes us down to 21. Here, have a Kossar back. Exchange units. In fact, if I do something like this,
Kislev has no need of us.
The right to rule.
can we not exchange
Okay.
units still?
On the move.
No? Okay, we're going to give him this Kossar unit and then disband the army. They're stood right next to each other. Why can't you exchange units?
Bold strategy.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Right. So I think we moved everyone. It looks that way. Part of me just wants to tell me to attack this and see what happens.
Born to rule.
We do have a good army. We have Streltsy. We have armoured Cossairs. We have Targards. It's just the sheer numbers that scare me here. I think that's what's putting me off. And it's okay, I think we can afford to be patient. They are raiding for us for a lot of gold, actually. We still have 2 tons of Ursun. They're not taking attrition either, because they are in raid stance. Which army would we like to attack first? If we attack this army... I think one more turn I'll be patient. There's probably people screaming in the comments to just fight it, but... I'm going to annoy you for at least one more turn. Right, let's go ahead and check our buildings. This is up to tier 4 next turn, so that's nice to see. We go over to the Crystal Spire. We've also got some upgrades here. So now what do we want to build in the Crystal Spire? We could go ahead and build a market square, because this can go all the way up to tier 5. So I think I'm going to do that, because we are lacking some income. Let's go ahead and focus defense. We can also upgrade this to tier 2, so let's do that. And then I'm going to build some defense as well. Splashing the cash. We could get some controlling growth. We do need to fix our income problem soon, though. Let's go ahead and upgrade the Tower of Flies. No, let's upgrade the Bilious Cliffs to tier 2. There we go. And then over here, things are fine over here. Nothing to build. What about the Writhing Fortress? Is that upgraded yet? 3 turns on that one. And then down here, we can upgrade our iron again. So let's go ahead and do that as well. That's all looking good. Now, we do have that rebellion spawning over in Wolfenberg. But there's nothing we can really do about that, sadly. What's the garrison here like? And this army? We might lose Wolfenberg. We'll have to take it back. Realistically, it's just not defendable. It's so far away. Even these lands are really hard to defend right now. It's so disconnected from our main clump of settlements. Let's go ahead and check our diplomacy, though. Non-aggression pact with a Barrow Legion. I don't think I want that, because I want to stay friends with the Empire. We can get a trade agreement with Midlands, so let's go ahead and do this. There we go. That should help our income. We can get military access with Stirland.
So,
Let's go ahead and do that. That gives us some extra gold.
yes.
We can also get a defensive alliance with Talakland. So we'll go ahead and do that as well. In fact, we can get a military alliance with them. I think I might do that. And maybe they can build an outpost in Kislev or something. That could be beneficial to us. So I'm liking the look of this. Our income's looking a bit better now as well. Right, let's go ahead to turn 53. And we do have a rebellion spawning there over in Wolfenberg, and of course it is going to be a Skaven rebellion as well. Oh no, it's this one. It's actually an Empire rebellion. There we go. We're not going to be able to deal with that anytime soon. But Talapagukland, that name, has begun building an outpost in Fort Jakova. So it's not Kislev, but I'll take it. And Theodore is once again ready for duty. So let's go ahead and recruit him. And in fact, I'm going to recruit him over here in the Black Rock. Oh, we can't recruit him because we don't have the building here. We can only recruit him over here, I believe. In this province, right? Yes, and we're already above our cap. Wait, where is Theodore? Has he already returned? I wonder. Theodore has already returned. Okay, that's nice. Right. So with Boris, we're probably going to have to deal with this army. But first, let's just take the Cliff of Beasts because it's a free battle. Decisive victory there, nothing worth fighting. So I will go ahead and auto-resolve this. 1,900 XP, 500 gold and 5 devotion. That's looking nice. I think I'm going to sack it and then occupy it. Or we could just raise it because we're going to have to go ahead and fight that army above us anyway. Or do we just occupy? I think we just occupy. Enables magical attacks and spell resistance 25%. So a new pennant. We do have the Eternal Lagoon secured now as well. Boris is going to have to go up and deal with Eirik. I think he's going to take the Blighted Clove. Let's bring Theodore this way though. Nice to see him back on the campaign map. Welcome back. And we do have an Ataman pop up. So let's see. We can probably put Bogdan here. I'm going to put Bogdan. We gain some control. Let's go ahead and put him. That's 999. Let's go ahead and put him in the River Urskoy. I think that's Kislev down there. He can boost our income. So that would be looking nice. He can go down here. So that's fine. Boris is all moved. Let's go ahead and check on these two armies. How many turns do we actually have Gotrek left for? Only 4 turns. So, in fact, in hindsight, I might as well just put everyone in his army, right? Let's go ahead and put him in the Rising Fortress. And then with Gotrek, let's move you over there. And in fact, Felix is going to be going soon as well. So we might as well just do this. There we go. And I'm actually going to disband these now because we're not using them. Immortal and Legendary Lords may not be disbanded. Okay. Gotrek, you can just go ahead and do some scouting then. See if Nurgle have sent any more forces this way. It doesn't look like they have, so that's good. And then Nestor, if you just heal up this turn, and then next turn you can go ahead and start a counter-attack in this direction. Should be fine. Now, with Katerin, these guys still aren't budging. I don't think we're going to be able to get in an ambush. They're going to spot us every time. However, is that going to stop me from trying one more time? Probably not.
Cloak yourself in
45% chance. Let's just try one more time. We'll see if we can get it. It's fine. If you don't try, you don't know.
Rebellion against me
Is there
is
anyone
inconceivable.
else that we need to move this turn? I don't think so. We're looking good here. Now, of course, Bloodfire Falls is now a tier 4 settlement. So, importantly, it's finally time to start working our way up to Warbear Riders. So let's go ahead and build the animal den. That gives us snow leopards. And then later on we can construct this building here. What else do we want to build? We could upgrade our defenses. We can afford it. I think we should. And then what else should we build? I think we should actually build some income here. So let's go ahead and just build the market square, because this can go all the way up to a caravans. And that looks really nice. Tradable resource production plus 50% for the local province. We do have some salt works as well. So we should make plenty of money from that. Do we really need this devotion building here? Probably not. Does give us capacity for patriarchs though, which is nice. But what I'm thinking is we could also just build another trade quorum here. And maybe that would be a bit more beneficial to us. We'll see. We'll leave it for now, because we don't have too much money to play with. Let's go over to the Crystal Spires. We can upgrade this income building. So let's do that. Forest of Decay, anything to be upgraded here? Not at the moment. And then in the Black Rock, the Cliff of Beasts can be upgraded. We could go ahead and build some animal stores. So we get ivory resource, income from markets, plus 1% faction wide. That's really good. Let's go ahead and build that as well. We're losing 100 gold this turn. That should be fine. Let's go ahead and put income from all buildings plus 5%. That should be fine as well. Let's check out diplomacy. The Barrow Legion, we're going to say no to you.
What?
Now,
Is it-
what I thought of earlier, which I forgot to do a few turns ago, if we go down to the Empire, I do wonder if
This action
Reichland would
Friends of
join
the
our
Empire,
war
Come.
against the Skaven, or are they already at war with Clan Boulder? Okay. Okay, so they can't really, they're already in that war. Just seems they're not focusing them at the moment. If we zoom out here, Karl Franz does have a lot of land. He's just not interested in this area. He seems to be focusing in the west at the moment with all of his armies. It's fine. We should be able to fight them back ourselves. Just a little bit of a struggle. But let's go ahead to turn 54. This is Wolfenberg, yeah. There's no way we can defend against this. So Wolfenberg is probably going to be lost here. It's fine. We can retake that in a future episode. We could definitely, once Kattering has defended Kislev, we can go on a mission to reclaim Wolfenberg. Adds for a nice little narrative there. And final resting place. The skeleton of a colossal bear larger than even the mightiest war bear washes up on the banks of the Erskoi. The bones are pristine, entirely undamaged and without a trace of decay upon them. This is surely a sign from Ursun, and we must respond with reverence. So we can get plus 30 devotion, which at this point is quite useless. We have 1200 and we're not doing anything with it. Or we could get a hero recruited, a patriarch, at the Tower of Torment. I think we're going to go ahead and get the new patriarch here. And the ambush was foiled for Katerin. However, interestingly enough, Frot actually force-marched back in this direction. So we do have Croak here, who used the underway. So it looks like at the beginning of the next episode, we're going to attack him. So actually going in ambush has somewhat worked and being patient, because now we've split the armies like we wanted to. And the pestilence scheme has been performed. Hopefully not against us. And Wolfenberg was just looted. Oh no, it was raised. There we go. They raised it after they sacked it, I guess. The Blighted Grove has also been lost to Eirik up here. That's fine, we expected that. Boris can come back and take this. No problem at all. And Reichland have confederated with Talabekland. There we go. Wow, Karl Franz. Controlling plenty of land. Hopefully we never go to war with him. And that means we do lose the outpost there. Sadly, that's all I have time for today. If we go ahead and look at the map, Boris has expanded nicely to the west, and I expect he's going to continue this way in the episodes to come. I did think maybe Boris could come down and help his daughter. However, I think Katerin is just about on the edge of actually being able to control all of this. So I think she will be fine. We're struggling for income a little bit. And these guys should be able to deal with the Nurgle over here. Maybe these Norskins as well. We'll have to see. But that's it for today. I will be back on Monday with the next episode. Keep an eye on the community tab because I got a new schedule being posted Monday morning as well. But that's it for today. Thank you for watching. I shall see you next time.